And welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you a top 5 movies of 2022. If you already watched my top 5 TV series, go ahead and, or if you haven't, go ahead and listen to that and come back here. If you have, let me know your thoughts on that one. But we're going to be doing the top 5 films of 2022. But before that, there have been some films that I missed out, so I'm going to give a few little honorable mentions to those. These are just films that I missed that I heard good things about, and eventually I might get around to watch them, but here they go.
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
¿Hablas español? Yo también. Ah, ¿de dónde eres? ¿Te gustan las siestas?
I don't speak Spanish either.
You're funny.
Prey.
Number 5.
So at number 5, we're going to be starting with The Black Phone, a film that came out early in the year. It is I would say a weird suspense horror, and it originally surprisingly came out on late 2021, but I would consider it a late entry into 2022, I believe. My bad. And it has some wonderful horror elements. It gives that weird sense of the innocence of children being lost, kidnapped, with this weird ominous, ghostly, supernatural feeling to it. Even though, like I said, it came out late 2021, but I believe it came out to major theaters in 2022. So I'm gonna point it in there. Overall, it was directed really well by Scott. Is it Dickerson, if I remember right? It's just a wonderful horror style film, and it's been a while. And mostly when it comes to Blumhouse production films, they get a little gripe a lot, but they did a wonderful job with this film. Wonderful casting, just overall, just some wonderful creepiness for sure. In my list of 2022 films.
Number 4.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, for number 4, we're going to go with The Glass Onion, a Knives Out film. This one came out late in 2022. A late entry. If you notice, I do not have a reaction review. It is one already. It was already reviewed. It just hasn't been uploaded. But I'm going to say it did make it to my 2022. If you want to look forward to more of my thoughts on the film, but by listening to this, it made it to my top 5. It's great. The wonderful return of our interesting detective, wonderful casting on everyone, a great who's done it once again. Knives Out was one of the best who's done it from before, and does it again with a better twist. Like I said, if you want more of my thoughts, the review should be coming out a little bit after this gets released. But yeah, it's just a joy to see, and I wonder if they'll continue with this franchise with another one, a third one. I would love to have a third one, and kind of close it off after that, because of just how wonderful the writing is and how much you're looking to see who done it. It's so good, so good. So Glass Onion for sure is my number 4.
Number 3.
Now that we're heading into our top 3, at number 3, we're gonna go with Avatar: The Way of Water. So this film has been in the making for a very long time. If you heard in my review, there's a lot to this film, but I'm going to say it does make it to my top 3 at this point. It's visually wonderful to watch, and though the film is extremely long, depending on the individuals. It has a very simplistic story told across well enough to like give it what you want from this, and mostly after just like basically waiting like a decade or two for this film to come out, and all the hype and stuff around it, or maybe even not, it does do its job as one of the best films to come out in a while. For sure, like I said, some people might not say that just because of length and stuff, but visually it is a spectacle. It has some wonderful action sequences. Some people might not like that some of the main characters don't get some fun action, but I think including some more diversification on some of the characters and improving them for this long journey that James Cameron is working on is well worth it, and such a ride to go through. So yeah, number 3 right there, Avatar: The Way of Water.
Number 2.
And at number 2, we're gonna go with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Such a goofy, abstract comedy drama that if someone told you like what is this film about, like you would just be baffled by it. But it's such a wonderful film. You have to sit down, watch, and believe it. This is what I wanted, like Marvel's Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness to be. Like, this film was so wonderful. I have now looked into more of some of the films directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schreier. I'm bad with names, do apologize. But yeah, I've been looking at more of their filmographies to see what other things they've filmed. But the cast, wonderful. It's such a great story told between this, like, how long was this film? Like, it feels like it could have been a little longer, but it only ran for a little over 2 hours. But there could have been more. It's just a fun take on family dynamics, mixing in multiversal stuff and some goofiness and gaps in between. So great, so good. A definite watch. If you have not caught Everything Everywhere All at Once, you should do your best to see if you can watch it. It's so wonderful. For sure, my number 2 of the year.
Number 1.
And for number 1, we're going to be going with Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, another sequel has made it to my top 3. Surprisingly, Top Gun Maverick, another sequel taking years later after the original film. You know, you can't really go back. If you listen to my review, I've rewatched the first film, the original Top Gun, before I went to go see this movie, and I think that gave me a little bit more, I would say a hint of nostalgia. I've seen Top Gun, the original, with my parents long ago, multiple times. It's one of those films you see multiple times. So seeing a sequel and getting an expanded story of some of the other characters, so wonderful. Some of the great references. It's just an action-packed thriller. Like, if you just want to see a movie with a bunch of action, some fun nods, and a reasonable story within it, Top Gun Maverick for sure. It is a wonderful film from last year. But yeah, that is my top 5. Let me know your thoughts. Was there any movies that I missed for sure in my honorable mentions? Is there anything you need me to, or would you like me to watch and review? Let me know down in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on or listening to this on any of the podcasting platforms, Spotify and Anchor, you can leave a comment down below. But yeah, thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time, see ya.